Alright, so we are back, and today we're going to take a look at the SH Figuarts Let There Be Carnage figure. And let's see here. So yeah, here he is out of the packaging. He's a big boy, by the way. I gotta say that real quick. He's not a little fella, that's for sure. Alright, let's take a look and see what we got here, accessory-wise. So we got 2 different heads. We got a number of different hand options. We got the tentacles. Yeah. Alright, so let's see here. So we've got the tongue out head, if you like that look, which, I mean, for the movie version of Carnage, I think it actually works for him. If it was comic book Carnage, I don't think I would have gone that route. And then he's got this closed mouth without the tongue. I would have liked to have an open mouth without the tongue, because that's the way I would have gone, because I just imagine him always just kind of yelling or screaming. So that's just kind of how I want him. Would have liked him to look in physical format, but whatever. Alright, so you got 2 different types of outsplayed hands. You got the one that's on him now, and then you got this one, which is just slightly bigger. It's not significantly bigger, it's just slightly bigger. So yeah. And same with the other side. So this is the slightly bigger, or the standard, and then the other one's slightly bigger. So it's just, yeah. You also get 2 fist hands, which are worthless to me because it's Carnage. Why would he have a fist? He'd be using claws and spikes and axes. I would have preferred just a couple extra hand weapons. That's just me, though. And then he also does have these 2, like, kind of blade things that look like his hands, and they just kind of formed into blades. So you can pop those on there too if you'd like. And then he's got the tentacles. So each tentacle attaches on to the body on these little pegs here, for lack of any other term I can think of. And then there's the double ball hinge. So you got the swivel hinge up and down. You could angle it differently if you wanted to get it to go in and out. And then there's another one here. And then there's one at the tip. Each of these tips are actually interchangeable, so you can do the claws, you can do fist hands. They're interchangeable with the hands too, so you can just kind of do any way you want to. So a lot of different options there to get kind of creative. I wish there were just more spikes, because there's only 4 spikes that don't look like hands. Yes, you can put the hand ones on there, but for me, I kind of prefer not to. I would kind of prefer to keep the hands here, but this is all me, personal preference kind of deal, and that's more from the comic books and such than it is the movie. So completely on basis or off track, or however you want to phrase that. I don't know. All right, so head is on the ball peg, so at a hinge here, and then there's a hinge in the torso, so you get all the way up to there, all the way back to there, up to here. I am surprised it's such a tiny little ball peg. It is weird to see it so small. Goes down to there. It pretty much moves wherever you need it to move. Shoulders, you get the butterfly all the way around. See, now that's a ball peg. And it looks like it's in a ball peg into the shoulder. No, it's a swivel system. Alright, bicep swivel. Elbows are on double hinges, so you get up to there, down to there. Wrist swivels in and out, hinges all the way around. You can re-angle that peg however you need to, so it goes up and down as well. Ball jointed torso, and even with the tendrils, it does not get in the way. Ball jointed waist, a little limited, but it does what it needs to do. Hips up to there, back to there. It's got that free floating piece cover that's in there, which doesn't look the greatest, but it works really well. Out to the side, thigh swivel, double bend knee, and then the foot has the double hinge system, so you can get an out, rock, or tilt, whatever you need, and then the toe tilts. So yeah, that is pretty much him in a nutshell. There's not a lot. I mean, there's a lot of options, but there's really just not a lot to go into with it. He's just big, posable Carnage looking figure. I like the fact that he's got the little tendrils coming out of his body here and there. Mostly randomish. But yeah, looks pretty good. Here he is with the Venom figure. So, when I was first messing with it, I'm like, oh, it's probably just a retool of the Venom figure. Having them together, it's like, yeah, no, definitely not. He's a lot bigger than the Venom, which, is a little weird for me because Carnage was always smaller than Venom in the comics. So I don't know. But see, it's like all of my criticisms for this guy stem back to the movie. And my opinion of the movie versus my opinion of him in the comics. I loved him in the comics, and in the movie he was fine. I think they could have played it off into a. I think Carnage needed to be one of those like multi-hero team-up type deals. Is what they should have done with him, rather than just the sequel to Venom. He should have been like, okay, Venom has to team up with Morbius and Spider-Man and, this, and this, to fight Carnage and his little group of killers. But again, we're talking about my opinion of the comics Carnage versus my opinion of the movie Carnage. As far as this figure goes, it's a knockout. Easy 10. He's an easy 10. My criticisms for him would be similar to the criticisms for the Venom figure. It's not the figure, it's the character design. Just a few things that I don't like about it. But again, it has nothing to do with this figure and what it was supposed to be. I wouldn't want to criticize animated Optimus Prime versus G1 Optimus Prime. And when I say animated, I mean Transformers animated. I don't want to compare those two and be critical of the animated Optimus Prime just because he's not the G1 Optimus Prime. I'll be critical because the figure sucked because of QC issues. But anyway, or I just wouldn't buy it, to be honest. But anyway, I think he looks great. He does the job that he's supposed to do. He looks big. He looks menacing. I like the interchangeability options with the tendrils and the spikes and the hands and the head. You got a lot of options to him that is kind of needed for the character too, just the way he was character designed. So yeah, I guess that's really all I've got with him. I do recommend him. I think yeah, if you like the movie line, then I don't have any reason why you wouldn't want to pick this guy up. He's pretty good. So yeah, I guess that's all I got.